Picture this, you are in the dark, the wind is soft, the night feels long, and your light is almost gone, but then someone shows you a small flame that just keeps burning, slow and steady, like it has all the time in the world. No noise, no rush, just a quiet glow that does not die. This is not magic, and it is not new, it is old. Very old. A simple trick that people once used when fuel was hard to find and nights felt endless. They did not waste oil, they did not rush the burn, they learned how to slow fire down. Tonight you will learn that forgotten lantern hack, the one that can burn for over 30 hours on a single fill, using simple things, simple steps, and a smart way to control the flame. Stay with me because this changes how you see light forever. Today we are used to fast light, bright light, quick light, but it comes at a cost. Candles burn fast, fuel lamps drink oil, and batteries die when you need them most. People long ago had a different goal. They did not want bright light for a short time, they wanted steady light for a long time. They needed it to last through the night, through storms, through travel, through fear. So they asked a simple question: how do we make fire slow down? The answer was not more fuel, it was control, control of air, control of wick, control of how the flame feeds. That is where the forgotten lantern hack begins, not with power, but with patience. At the heart of this trick is something very simple. Fire burns fast when it gets too much fuel and too much air. But when you limit both just a little, the flame becomes calm, small, and long-lasting. Think of it like breathing. If you run, you breathe fast. If you rest, you breathe slow. The same is true for fire. This lantern hack uses a thick wick, but it does not let all of it burn at once. It uses oil, but it feeds it slowly. And most important, it protects the flame from wind and extra air, so the burn stays low and steady. This is not about making a big flame, it is about making a smart flame. The design is simple, almost too simple. You take a small container, it can be metal or glass, something that holds oil well. Then you add a wick, but not just any wick, it should be thick, tightly woven, something that pulls oil slowly. Now here is the trick: you do not let the wick sit wide open. You guide it through a small hole, just enough space for a tiny part of it to show. This limits the flame, it stops it from growing too big. Then you cover the top, not fully closed, but just enough to shield the flame. Now, the fire cannot rush, it must behave. Not all oils are the same, and this matters more than people think. Fast-burning fuels give fast light, but they do not last. The old trick uses thicker oils, like vegetable oil, animal fat oil, or even old cooking oil in some cases. These oils move slower through the wick, which means the flame gets less fuel at a time. Less fuel means a smaller flame, and a smaller flame means longer burn. It may not be bright like a modern lamp, but it is enough to see, enough to work, enough to feel safe. And that was always the goal, not to light the world, but to survive the night. This is where the magic truly happens: air control. If a flame gets too much air, it grows, it dances, it burns fast. But if you gently limit the air, the flame becomes calm, almost still. Old lantern makers used small vents, tiny openings, just enough for the flame to live, but not enough to let it grow wild. Some even used simple covers, like metal caps with holes, or glass shields that kept wind away. This creates a quiet flame, one that does not flicker much, one that does not waste fuel. It is not just a light. It is a controlled system, simple but very smart. Now you may ask, how does this reach 30 hours or more? The answer is balance. A thick wick pulls oil slowly, a small opening limits the burn, a shield controls the air, and a stable flame avoids waste. All these parts work together, no part is rushed, no part is wasted. In many old cases, a small jar of oil could last all night, and even into the next day. People trusted this, they relied on it, it was part of daily life. And over time, as fast light replaced slow light, this knowledge was slowly forgotten. But now you see it again. This was not just a trick, it was used by travelers, by sailors, by families in cold places. When storms came and fuel was low, this lantern kept burning. When nights were long and fear was near, this small light gave comfort. It was quiet, safe, and reliable. Some even used it as a backup light, something they could trust when everything else failed. It did not need much, just oil, a wick, and a bit of care. That is why it lasted through time, because simple things survive when complex things fail. Before you try this, remember, fire must be respected. Always use a safe container, keep it stable, and never leave it near things that can burn. This hack is about control, not risk. Also understand, this will not replace modern lights. It is not meant to. It is a survival idea, a backup, a smart way to make light last when you need it most. And maybe more than that, it is a lesson. A lesson that sometimes the best solutions are not new, they are old, quiet, and waiting to be remembered. So now you know the forgotten lantern hack, a simple idea that turns a short flame into a long-lasting glow. It is not about power, it is about patience, not about more, but about enough, and in a world that moves fast, maybe. There is something special about slowing things down. If you found this story useful or just interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to True Historia. Tell us what you think in the comments and let us know what you want to see next, because sometimes the past still has secrets and we are just getting started.